Hello and welcome everybody to yet another game for the Join of the League Season 4, the Asian Division 1 of course. Mineski versus MiTH Trust. Should be a pretty damn excellent game, as most Division 1 games should be. I'm not even too sure if I can call favorites here. I mean, Mineski, they haven't been performing the greatest with that new lineup. And of course MiTH Trust, can't say that they've been doing too hot either. So we'll see how this turns out. But still should be pretty even as far as the skill level goes, I think. If Mineski, if they're on a good day, I think they might have a slight upper hand, but same might apply to MiTH as well. I'm of course from HeflaTV, my name is Coucher, and well, I'm always just for some Southeast Asian Dota. Maybe they're a little bit late with getting games started and have to pause a lot, but at least the games are more often entertaining than not. But looking at the bans now, Razor banned out by Mineski, Def Prophet by MiTH, starting out extremely standard, just really nothing out of the ordinary in the slightest. And can't say I'm overly surprised. Center also banned out, so I guess maybe that's not that just popular as a first set ban. But Center is a strong hero and it's definitely ban worthy. It really depends on what team you're up against as well. Mineski, of course, they probably know MiTH Trust way better than I do. I wouldn't be surprised if they were just regular practice partners as well, but Naga Siren banned out by MiTH. So I guess they're a little bit afraid of that core Naga Siren just taking over the game completely. And this leaves Mineski now with the first pick. Who do they go for? I mean, what hero would they even prefer? Brewmaster, of course, is in the pool, as is the Tidehunter. Either of those would be an extremely strong pick. So would be like an Ogre Magi. Skydive Mage, although he's extremely strong, not too many people just first pick him these days. But it's gonna be a Brewmaster, so MiTH, they will have the Tidehunter if they so choose. Skydive Mage, of course, is going to be excellent just to deal with the Brewmaster as well. Get the Ancient Seal, get the Silence on the Brewmaster and just prevent his Primal Split. And maybe you're even going to have enough time to burst him down. At least with the Mystic Flare combination, you just need a setup stun for it and you should be fine. So we'll see how MiTH wants to start this. Of course, Witch Doctor would also be a decent-ish hero against Brewmaster. Paralyzing Cask is excellent against the Brewlings once he uses the Split. And not only that, just Voodoo Restoration, keeping people alive against the immolation of that Fire Panda, for example. But MiTH, they aren't going for just... Well, that's the Skydive Mage and the Faceless Void as well. So they get the combination already, and all I said, Skydive Mage needs some setup stuns for that Mystic Flare. Chronosphere, you can't really count it as a stun, but it is a just AoE disable nonetheless, and it's even better than most stuns, to be honest. So Mystic Flare, Chronosphere combination definitely going to be devastating if the Brewmaster does get caught in that, or really if anybody gets caught in that. But Mineski now, do they go for something like a Viper who might be able to survive that just with being tanky, having the corrosive skin for extra magic resistance? Or do they go for a support of their own now? Or Tidehunter also still available. They could run like Tide off lane, Brewmaster mid, or maybe even safe lane. Something along those lines. And Tidehunter is pretty decent against Faceless Void as well. Of course, if you get caught in the Chrono, you can't do anything at all. Kraken Shell won't help you. But if you don't get caught and you have a Blink Dagger, you can just Blink, Ravage, Counter Initiate rather efficiently. But they do go for a Vengeful instead. I mean, Vengeful is these days a pretty popular hero, to be honest. But against Faceless Void, it's even a little bit better than maybe in some games. Just because Faceless Void, Chronosphere is just such a game-defining ultimate. But that doesn't mean that it's you can't beat Faceless Void. And Vengeful Spirit is going to be sure to just try to, at the very least, swap out somebody who gets caught in the Chronosphere. Just take care of one of your core heroes, save them from the Chrono, and, well, see how the fight goes from there, really. Of course, if you swap yourself into a Chrono while the Mystic Flare is there as well, Vengeful Spirit probably going to lose his own life, but that's a worthy trade. Just saving your core, losing your life, and especially if something like a Faceless Void would kill the Vengeful, he would get that negative Vengeance aura on himself. So for the rest of the fight, it would even maybe benefit Mineski a little bit more, just because that Faceless Void or whoever kills him is going to do a little bit less damage with right clicks. Of course, if Skydive Mage kills him, nobody cares, but it's a possibility that Faceless Void or some other just hard-clicking carry might do it. Looking at the second set of bans though, Viper banned out by Mineski, Nature's Prophet as well, whereas Tidehunter banned out by MiTH Trust, and the second ban now, they might target another offlaner, although most of the more popular ones have already been banned. I guess Doombringer might be one, Clockwork as well. Clockwork, not a bad hero in general. Power cogs are pretty damn annoying. As well as the hookshot. If you catch like a Scarf Mage with the cogs as well as the battery assault, there's not much a Scarf Mage can do. Of course, it's gonna have that Mystic Flare, but usually against Scarf Mages, Clockworks tend to go for Blade Mails. So, what will the second pan be, MiTH? Taking some extra time now. But do they ban out an additional support? And that's exactly what they do. Banning out an Ancient Apparition could have been a hero that MiTH themselves can pick up. And MiTH, well, they go for a Morphling. I don't know, Lakel's just, he's in love with that hero. And of course, he's drafting as well. So picking the heroes that he likes. And that's... It can be like the biggest strength of MiTH and the biggest weakness at the same time. They really haven't changed their playstyle at all for, I don't know, for such a long time already. They're still going for the just safe lane core, just farm up, maybe even get that Hand of Midas in the Morphling which Lakel so loves. So, it's maybe too passive of a style, but then again, Faceless Void, Chronosphere, Mystic Flare should be able to just net them enough kills to maybe buy enough space. But Mineski now going for an Earthshaker, extremely aggressive support duo, Vengeful and Earthshaker, whereas MiTH at the moment Scarf Mage can be good for roaming, but usually needs a partner for it as well. And that partner is at the moment lacking. Earthshaker could have been one. Unfortunately, Mineski do snatch it for themselves before. Still, something like... they could even go for like Jungle Enigma if they wanted to go a little bit greedy, go for some additional lockdown. The Black Hole, even the Malphite is pretty damn excellent. And of course, Midnight Pulse as well. And not to mention the Eidolons for pushing. Although Check Hero also still available. I wouldn't mind a Check Hero even as a support here. They do go for a Lich instead though. I mean, Ice Armor is going to be nice to kind of negate that Wave of Terror completely once it's level 3 or 4. Wave of Terror maxed out, minus 6 armor. Ice Armor gives you bonus 7 at level 3, bonus 9 at level 4. So, not a bad heroes, but are they running dual lanes with this? Is it Lich Faceless Void off lane, or do they run like a Lich Morphling mid even against the Brewmaster? It might come out just to completely try to shut down the Brewmaster. It would definitely be a bad lane. I mean, Frost Blast into Waveform is quite a lot of damage coming out. But not only that, the Chronosphere Chain Frost combination is also pretty damn scary if you're Mineski at the moment. So what do Mineski go for? Do they go for an Ember Spirit for the safe lane, for example? Something along those lines? Just who might be able to escape the Chronosphere with a fast reaction on the Remnant? Although just the laning might not be the sturdiest for Mineski if they do so. But we'll see. Mineski, their 4th ban about to come out. Most likely they have their mid laner and 2 cores, so they could in theory use an offlaner or maybe go for an aggressive tri-lane. But what would be a good one, especially if the Lich would also rotate into the tri-lane of MiTH. So Lich, Morphling, Skywrath against Vengeful, Earthshaker +1. I'd give the advantage to MiTH just because, well, they have the range advantage for the most part. They have a ridiculous amount of burst damage, just Frost Blast, Waveform, as well as Scarf Mage with the Arcane Bolts. But Mineski, they go for a Disruptor, so is this a core Earthshaker or a core Vengeful Spirit? I mean, I guess there's a small chance that it might be like a mid lane Disruptor as well. It has been played before, earlier when Disruptor actually came into the scene. But, my god. Disruptor, okay then. Earthshaker core, not gonna be a bad one because if you take off, you're gonna be able to blow up heroes just left and right, just with that enchant totem being maxed out. But even so, Earthshaker has its limitations. You can get carried around. Usually it's like you blink in, you blow up one hero, and after that you just can't do anything. You're just kind of gonna die. After that, you just don't have any escape mechanics, no nothing for you to just get out with, and you're not the tankiest, you don't have the greatest of armor. So it might be nice to just blow up one hero at a time. But I've seen so many core Earthshakers that yes, they do a crazy amount of damage, but literally just killing off one hero, that's all they can do before they die themselves. Not to say that every single just core Earthshaker game is the same. Sometimes you really just take off so early that the enemy has nothing to do. Especially if they should be able to shut down a Morphling somehow or get the aggression going before the Morphling gets too much farm. MiTH though, last pick about to come. They have a solid minute left in the reserve time. Elder Titan was the last ban by Mineski. Anti-Mage by MiTH Trust themselves. I guess Anti-Mage versus Morphling would have been just the age-old battle. MiTH, of course, they also had the Faceless Void to back themselves up. Lich and Scarlet Mage, they are good supports, of course. Even in the late game, they can be decent. But Mineski, it's not like their supports are beasts in late game. They don't have a Aghanim's Death Ward, just possibility from a Witch Doctor, for example. Disruptor, though, with that Static Storm, Aghanims might also be able to just change the tides of the game completely. Now though, MiTH, come on, last pick. 18 seconds left. They either need a mid laner or just a safe laner, or even off laner for that matter. They are rather flexible. They can run the Morphling mid. They can run the Faceless Void mid even if they really want to, together with the Lich. Really, they could just make up so many lanes, and they do go for the Ember Spirit in the end. So Ember Spirit, Faceless Void and Morphling, the tri-core of MiTH Trust is extremely scary. And the supports as well can offer so much damage in the early to mid stage. And even in the late game, just the Chain Frost can still do so much in conjunction with that Chronosphere. So, Mineski, what do they go for? And maybe they should go just all out early aggression at this point in time, because I highly doubt they're going to be able to take this late game. No matter what hero they go for, I highly doubt it's going to be able to take on the Ember Spirit, Morphling and the Faceless Void, all of them together. I mean, even a Medusa would be hard fought to just go up against those three heroes. Tiny, no IO combination, so that won't be possible. They could try for something that just goes for early pushes. Shakira's still available, but they go for a Lycan instead. And well, speaking of pushes, Lycan completely fits as well. And gives them a pretty nice amount of physical damage. If they just get one stun onto the Ember Spirit, Lycan might be able to eat him out completely. Depends on Ember Spirit's item build as well a little bit, I guess, but usually Ember Spirits, they just go for the Glass Cannon, Battle Fury into Daedalus, and just along those lines. And we have a straight off pause. Everybody managed to pick up their heroes, but looks like there is some need for a pause anyway. But I'm just going to introduce the lineups, as we hope to get this game on pause soon enough. My pro will be playing the Ember Spirit for MiTH, so most likely will be that mid lane Ember Spirit. ST on the Scarlet Mage, leaving Oi on the Lich should be Boombell, Lakel's on the Morphling, and the last one will be a stand-in Hee on the Faceless Void. As for Mineski, RR playing the Vengeful Spirit, leaving JJ on the Brewmaster, Yudge, Jay Bimbo playing that Earthshaker, leaving Johnny on the Lycan, and Owa 5593 on the Disruptor. So probably it's going to be that core Earthshaker. That one might be heading mid lane as well. Tangos haven't been shared, but looks to be saving up for a bottle anyway. So it should be a pretty damn exciting game. I mean, Mineski, doesn't matter if they win or lose, at least doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me if MiTH win or loses either, just because I'm a caster. I do not take sides, but seeing an Earthshaker core is always going to be fun. And yeah, I guess they might be leaving behind an aggressive tri-lane with Disruptor, Vengeful, as well as a Brewmaster. Brewmaster not a bad hero in the tri-lanes. If you get the stun or anything with the Thunderclap to follow, you just suddenly have so much time to chase people down. And oh, can they get the Magic Missile onto SD? Yes, they can. Will there be follow-up? There is the Fisher on the wrong side, though, or is it Brewmaster coming in from the other side? SD is not going to get blocked in RR if he had kept on running immediately. There's the Clarity as well. He might still get off a Magic Missile. He has boost of speed, but and that's going to be another stun. They need the Fisher as well. They don't have enough mana. Searing Chains will catch too. Could have been a little bit better, but Jay, Bimbo, didn't have the clarities necessary to go for another Fisher. So a little bit unfortunate not getting the first blood like that. Had the Fisher been on Vengeful Spirit's side, not too sure if it still would have been enough. Just because, well, Vengeful, after the Magic Missile, not the greatest of damage output for him. But there will be a rune battle, Hee against Johnny. He's just winning, has his Stout Shield as well, Johnny does as well. But I'm not too sure how he even took less damage in the end. It's about the same just because Johnny got a few more right clicks in. Also snatched the Invis rune there. Not gonna do anything at all for them though, like literally that Invis. He's gonna be solo anyway, so yeah, he already broke the Invis just for a straight off tango. And this lane should be kind of all out man fight. I expect Faceless Void to maybe even finish up a poor man shield and just go for time lock and try to harass Chonyi out of the lane. Not gonna be easy by any means, but that's how Faceless Void usually operates on the lanes. Mid lane, it is Boombell together with Lakels up against Earthshaker. So Earthshaker, he should not have the greatest of times at all in this lane. It should be actually just straight off horrible for him. I mean, melee hero with no just proper way to farm up from a distance, and Boombell, well, at least he's level 1 at the moment, so Bimbo, he can do something. But once there's the Frost Blast, Lakels comes in as well with a few right clicks. They're not gonna dive yet. Waveform level 1. It's reasonable 100 damage for a level 1 skill, but they're waiting for it. Another Frost Blast. There's the waveform as well. A few more right clicks, and that's gonna be first blood. Like I said, Bimbo not gonna have a good time at all. Brewmaster might have been a little bit better as Lakels drops pretty low himself to the tower. But even Brewmaster would have struggled in such a matchup, and really, all 3 of their cores are melee, so I guess all of them might have been in a little bit of trouble. And now top lane, SD comes in, gonna make Chonyi's life a living hell with just a few arcane bolts. Lycan, he may be tanky with the Soul Shield and 3 base armor, but against that arcane bolt, he's powerless. So Chonyi not gonna have a good time, didn't even get the pull just because SD came in and interrupted it, just intercepted it. Another Frost Blast onto Jay. Waveform comes over as well. It's still only level 1. They're putting on a pretty decent amount of damage. That's gonna be a bottle or... No, Black Hills does not have a bottle yet, or... Is it Donoi? Yeah, it's Black Hills bottle is on Boombell. I was like, what? He should have enough gold, so... Lich bottling up a regen rune for himself and then giving that free stack bottle over to Lakels. So they're gonna have plenty of mana to just continue on with the harass. He probably wants to Frost Blast another time and then use the regeneration rune. Now Bimbo. Oh, Brewmaster in the meantime, they get the kill bottom lane. So Ember Spirit goes down. Ember Spirit equally not gonna have a good time. But I think that's fine for them just because they should be able to start catching up. Mid lane Lakels gets stunned. Bimbo tried to get any last hits at all with the Fissure, but it's not the most spammable of spells. Definitely not something like a Shockwave, for example, of a Magnus. SD gonna run back to the top lane. He sees Chonyi, of course. Can he do anything about him? I have my doubts that he can get a solo kill like this. Especially SD doesn't want to drag the creep wave aggro onto himself. He is coming in though. There's the slow concussive shot and the arcane bolt. Time walk over as well. Can he get the time lock as well? Will there be a bash? Do they even need it? No, they do not. SD gets the kill. Gonna be safe under the tower as well, just because the creeps are under the tower having the aggro of it. So it's a 2-for-1 now. Mineski, yes, the tri-lane is working out, but tri-lane versus Ember Spirit should be able to crush him anyway. He's about to hit level 3. So, about the same, but my pro in trouble once again. Activates the Ember Guard. It's level 2. Is it gonna be enough? I have my doubts. The physical damage will bring him down anyway. He went way too far. He thought he's safe under his own tower, but Brewmaster, he can easily just dive this. Now, between 3 heroes, they do have plenty of damage to bring him down as well. So Ember Spirit may be going a little bit too deep there. But it's still not that horrible. I mean, just Faceless Void farming up like a madman. Chonyi getting absolutely nothing on a Lycan. And same really applies to an Earthshaker. And if you're running a core Earthshaker who's getting nothing, he might be completely useless. Pretty much the entire game almost. Or well, as useful as a support Earthshaker, I guess, which isn't completely useless most of the time. But you might just lack that 1 core's worth of damage. Although, once the Brewmaster gets level 6, they will have a pretty strong mid-game ultimate, or even early game ultimate, because although they were in a tri-lane, Brewmaster is still level 5, 4.5 minutes in. So not doing bad at all. Boombell in the meantime got fissured by Earthshaker for Frost Blasting him. But another Frost Blast plus a level 2 waveform. Too bad it's not level 3. Earthshaker also has a haste rune, so makes his escape a little more viable. But they smoke from SD and Boombell. They want to come to the bottom lane. It's going to be really hard for them to get the kills though. I mean, 700 plus HP already on Brewmaster. Plus max is 872. They might find an easy kill on the Disruptor, for example, though. Because Vengeful Spirit, he's in the mid lane soaking up XP there instead. And they're gonna get the slow onto JJ. Brewmaster, he's gonna go down. Actually, they will have enough. Now SD dropping low to Owa. Might go down to the Thunder Strike. A few more Reckless. And that's exactly what happens. But another Frost Blast from the Lich. They get the counter kill. Just Ancient Seal boosting up the damage of the Frost Blast, as well as even the Flame Guard and the Searing Change. I guess it was enough to bring down the Brewmaster. No Primal Split quite yet for him. So 4-3 is the kill score. Top lane though, they get the jump onto the journey. The slow is there from both the time walk as well as the concussive shot, and that's another kill. Although is it? Yes, he is even backing off from the wolves. Wolves, they are only level 2 I believe. Yes they are, so no invis for them. No massive regeneration. Bottom lane though, in the meantime, MyPro, he gets slowed down by the thunderclap. RR comes in with the magic missile. No flame guard anymore. Face boots. Oh no. RR. Vengeful Spirit's last right click brought him down. So damn close. Ember Spirit almost made it out, but almost does not count for anything at all. Mid lane, Jay gonna go down, or is it the Fisher is there? One more right click kills. Will manage to just be in range for that. Nice Fisher. But another kill on the Earthshaker. 41 last hits on Faceless Void. 35 on Lakel's. Just crazy farm on more or less 2 of the hardest just carries in this game. Or at least on MiTH side, although Ember Spirit, a pretty hard carry in his own right as well. I mean, so is Lycan. And potentially even an Earthshaker, but he's not even maxing out Enchant Totem. He's going for that max out Fisher. Just maximize the harass and your ability to farm from a distance. With a level 1 Fisher, it's not easiest to actually get the last hits. I mean, 125 damage sounds like plenty to just go for last hits. Another Fisher, and it's actually pretty nice. Owa comes in with the Thunderstrike. They're gonna get the kill. Disruptor. Wow, Waveform will catch too. Lakel's is going in too deep, I think. There's the magic missile. Wolves coming out. He's strength morphing aggressively. And RR, he's gonna get away. They should have just gone for Owa with a Waveform. Now a glimpse back. They get the one support kill. Lakel's now. He's gonna get fissured up as well. Thunderstrike is there. Enchant Totem used. He does go with the Waveform over. Gets the kill on Disruptor. He can even bottle up. And there's the Chronosphere from behind just to go for joining. It's a worthwhile kill just because Lycan. It's always nice to keep him at bay. Just keep the wolf down. But MiTH, they could have played this a little bit better. But in the end, a 2 for 2. 2 supports for MiTH. Whereas a support and a core for Mineski. So theoretically, you would think they came a little bit ahead. But since MiTH were doing a little bit better, the XP as well as gold. Slightly in the favor of Mineski for that engagement. But it's still the Faceless Void plus Morphling getting gold. So it's really also who the gold goes on. But look at this. Pre-8 minute Blink Dagger on Brewmaster. Yaj, JJ. That's gonna be an excellent pickup. And I don't think MiTH have any idea this item is there. Blink, Thunderclap, Primal Split. Needs a little bit more mana for it. Has the clarity of course, so he's gonna have it. But not going for Arcane Boots or not having a bottle. Mid lane, the Fisher is there. Boom Bell is gonna be such an easy target on the Lich. Chain Frost already used as well. JJ gonna blink in. Thunderclap. Primal Split is there. Maybe would have been enough with the right clicks, but of course didn't want to get silenced by the Skyriff Mage. So better safe than sorry. Lakel's has the Waveform if need be. Gonna be thrown up in the air. If the Fisher is perfectly timed, they might even get it. Never mind, Waveform is there. So it is the 1 kill nonetheless for the Primal Split. Not the horrible trade. I mean, early on Primal Split, you just want to keep it on cooldown and just get anything out of this. Double damage on SD coming towards the top side. Lycan doesn't have his shapeshift. If he just time walks in and yeah, he's gonna go for it, or is he? Nope, just killing off the range grip. There's the time walk. Gonna go for Johnny SD. Will his assistance even be needed? Concussive shot, Arcane Bolt, silenced up as well. They get the kill, although they're gonna lose SD in return, but it's perfectly fine. Skyriff Mage for a Lycan. That's a trade they are willing to take for sure. So another 1 for 1. Overall kill score 9-8. But looking at the graphs, it is about a 2.5k net worth lead for MiTH. XP nearing 3000 as well, so not bad. Yaj, JJ has his Arcane Boots, so that's going to be nice for his ability to just spam things out. But it's definitely not that core Earthshaker we're used to seeing, who just goes for like face boots into maxed out Enchant Totem and such. Maybe power trades for extra attack speed. Well, usually it's face boots, just maximize your damage. Meaning power trades, extra maybe survivability and extra attack speed is nice, but Enchant Totem has a cooldown anyway, so attack speed isn't going to do all that much for you. But he isn't or hasn't been shut down too hard by the looks of it in the end. 28 last hits compared to Lakel's 47. I mean, I would have expected it to be a little bit worse off than it is at the moment. Bottom lane, Yaj, JJ still has his Blink Dagger of course. Not gonna go for anything though. As Lakel's waiting for the rune, not gonna get punished for his just insolent of being around the rune for so long. But Johnny, he even had to go for a Bracer. It's an item you rarely see in a Lycan. Usually just Vladimir's offering into that. Maybe a MiTH as well somewhere along the line, but Vladimir's offering Necrobook. Maybe an Armlet depending on if you want to go for more of a pushing or fighting style Lycan. Mid lane, the Fisher misses. And because of that, the static storm does as well. The glimpse was used, but kills. He wants to reinitiate, possibly. A little bit unfortunate. Fisher had it been there. There's the waveform just to harass a little bit. Like else, he's gonna be perfectly fine. Bottom lane though, Primal Split was used. They throw up Ember Spirit in the air. ST, he's gonna get Magic Missile up, Boulder Tossed at the same time. But Boombell is there. He has the Chain Frost. Is he gonna pop it? He's waiting for it. Blink out by Yaj. Of course, they probably knew that it's gonna be timing out, so Chain Frost wouldn't have done anything. I mean, usually it's not too bad against Brewlings because it's just gonna kill off the fire and Storm Panda almost immediately. But since it was about to end, the Chain Frost might have just gotten cancelled as well. This did get the support kill, so in the end this is support for a Primal Split. My Pro in trouble though. Flame Guard doesn't have enough mana for it. Remnant will be enough for only a second just because it gets glimpsed back. Another Remnant doesn't have enough mana for it. Got to get that Magic Wand value, guys. Got to get the Magic Stick or Magic Wand. So Disruptor, they get the kill on my Pro, Ember Spirit. Still not having the greatest of games, but he's doing better than the Earthshaker and Lycan at least. But Brewmaster, he has 5k net worth. He is completely neck and neck with both the Morphling as well as the Faceless Void. So the Brewmaster, he's getting quite a lot accomplished. Has now the Power Treads as well. And Time Walk forward, there's the Chronosphere onto Lycan. They don't even need the Mystic Flare, they don't have it yet, but they don't need it either. Just Concussive Shot, Ancient Seal as well. Ancient Seal also boosts up that Time Lock damage. So make it 11 to 10. Rather even-ish in the kill score, but it's just the heroes who are getting farm and the momentum. I think MiTH still has the better of it for the time being. But Mineski, they might be trying to go for a push at some point. Group up at the bottom lane. Although Lycan isn't too highly leveled. At least has maxed Wolves now. Power Treads as well. Blades, of course, would make things that much easier. Or more points into Feral Impulse. But as 5, they can still push. They know Chronosphere is on cooldown. God damn, my throat is giving up on me for some reason, unfortunately so. But Lakel will have himself that Perseverance finish. So going for the Lincoln Sphere. Gonna be pretty good against Glimpse, to be honest. And well, not too much. Oh, Boombell wants to come in on the mid lane. Bimbo would be an easy kill. He's bottling up now, but not quite to full HP yet. Oh, but there's a 3-man smoke. Don't go now, MiTH. Do not go in with Runanoi. But the sentry, I think he walked in range for just a second there. He's gonna be fine. He's backing off for now. Invis is about to wear off as well. And they're pinging out the Lycan. They see him. Beautiful ward positioning. It's gonna expire now. But, oh god. Don't know what is wrong with my throat. Gonna just power through. It's only 2 games, guys. It's only 2 games, but they're gonna find Johnny. He has the shapeshift. He's gonna be able to pop it up. There's the Silence first. Time Walk forward. Mystic Flare as well. The Chain Frost used. Not necessary in the slightest. I think it was a huge overkill. And there's the Glimpse onto He into the Static Storm. He doesn't have Chrono as well, but he runs out with the Mask of Madness. Blink Thunderclap catches Boombell. So Lich goes down. But Time Walk away from He. TP as well. SD, he doesn't have enough mana for the TP. Oh no, he's gonna be found out. Nowhere to run. Blocked in completely. So it's gonna be a 2-for-1. Jay comes in, or Yaj comes in rather. Having Jay and Yaj, or no, this was Jay, Yaj is Brewmaster. Just having 2 Jays, one is JJ, the other is Jay Bimbo. Life is hard, but they get the 2 kills. Of course it's on the supports, but it's worth the trade if it's only 1 core you're losing. That Chain Frost, I guess it wouldn't have been maybe too useful anyway, even later on. Lich, he just got jumped and brought down, so he wouldn't have been able to use it. Top lane, there's the Chronosphere. Solo kill onto the Disruptor. Of course, not too hard to get it anyway. As in the meantime, Earthshaker trying to farm up the jungle and not too far away from his Blink Dagger, so his recovery has been pretty damn nice. I mean, he has the same amount of farm as Ember Spirit does. Ember Spirit gonna have his drums finished up in just a couple dozen gold. Faceless Void is gonna go for the straight of BKB after that Mask of Madness. Not a bad choice against what Mineski has, to be honest. Just to make sure the Static Storm before he gets Aghanim Scepter, you can always get out of it. Nice, Lakel has a double damage rune, gonna activate it. They want to go into the mid lane. More heroes coming in from all sides. The Wolves, of course, are around as well. Not used for the greatest of scouting by Johnny at the moment, but he's just gonna go up behind his own tower, play it as safe as he possibly could. Boombell in the mid lane as well, pops down his sentry. Top lane though, oh Jay, no Earthshaker. He's 8 gold up. If he dies now, he's gonna be so damn screwed. 3, 2, 1, Mystic Flare is there. He's gonna be able to purchase it up. He gets the Blink Dagger thanks to the Echo Slam, killing off the creeps like that. He does die in the end, but he does quite a lot of counter damage. So might be enough to just force MiTH back into their base to regen up before they go for more aggression. And Echo Slam, of course, getting enough gold for the Blink Dagger. He was so close to just dying before. I think MiTH, they could have done this a little bit cleaner as well for the kill. But a kill is a kill. And, well, Mineski, they will have the surprise effect now from the Earthshaker Blink. How much it's gonna do is up to the Earthshaker player, Jay himself. But tier 1 tower is getting pushed down by Mineski. Finally, they're going for something. In the meantime, of course, they have 2 lanes getting pushed in at the same time. Mid lane by 3 heroes. Top lane only by MyPro and the Ember Spirit solo. But bottom tier 1 goes down before any other tower. Glyph is not up for Mineski. There's the Fisher as well. Lakels takes a lot of damage from the creeps as well as the tower. Wait for him over. Jay comes in, gets the deny. But there's the Chain Frost and the Ice Blast as well. Not Ice Blast. Frost Blast. And now Lakels wants to keep on going. TP out from Boombell. Lakels gonna wait for him. Oh god, I think Lakels is dead. Static Storm. It's on cooldown, unfortunately, Lakels. His strength morphing. Without the Static Storm, he might survive. MyPro comes in. There's the Magic Missile. Beautiful Searing Chains. Oh no! The swap out from the Mystic Flare RR. Nicely done, but he dies anyway. Lakels still dropping lower. Still not enough mana for the morph. Magic Wand. It just came off cooldown, but the Boulder Toss was enough with the Lycan helping out with the Shapeshift. They're gonna go for MyPro next. He has some remnants. Gonna have to use them nicely, and that's exactly what he does. Boulder Toss. Oh, look at that boulder. It's not gonna stun him. He got the Searing Chains and the Sleight of Fist, but he's still gonna get chased down, or is he? Glimpse back into the Thunderclap. He's dead. Hihido comes in. Chronosphere only onto 1. Oh, wow, he can't do anything at all. Not a single spell at his disposal, but Yaj is pretty damn tanky. JJ, there's the Silence though and the Frost Blast, so he's gonna go down in the end. BKB from Hihi as well. That BKB was a little bit weird, so it's gonna wear off. Fisher, oh, just a second too early. But Faceless Void, not enough mana to just go away. He's blocked in as well by this Fisher. Jay blinks in forward. They're gonna get the kill on Hihi now. Lakels, he respawns in the meantime. He's still alive. He's on the run. Oh my god. Activate Mask of Madness. Never mind. Johnny gets it. Mask of Madness maybe one speed would have been enough. 1 second too late with it. Fisher onto Skyrock Mage as well. 17 to 16 overall kill score. I have no idea how many kills exactly were exchanged. Oh, never mind. Ember Spirit. He's back. He wants some more. Gonna go for the Disruptor Owa. Should be an easy enough target. But he already has 2 parts of the Aghanim Scepter. Not too far away from the 3rd as well. Glimpse. Not gonna save him completely. So, all in all, I don't think it was a bad fight at all for Mineski. Feels like they got a pretty solid amount of kills. Suddenly, Vladimir's offering on Yaj on the JJ's Brewmaster as well. So that means Lycan doesn't even have to go for it. Has 3.3k gold in the bank all of a sudden. So, what's he gonna go for? Is it just Pasture, Armlet, or is it still that Necrobook? Just to be able to push down towers? I don't think they want to take this like to the latest stages of the game, especially with Earthshaker not even having maxed out Enchant Totem at this point. Although Blink Echo Slam level 2 with a maxed out Aftershock, just followed up by the Enchant Totem Aftershock and Fisher with the same. It can be extremely strong. Lycan does pick up that Necro level 1 now, so that's going to be his item of choice. Only 400 gold away from level 2. And for MiTH, although Faceless Void and Morphling have pretty decent farm, it's not crazy by any means, just because both of them died in the last engagement, I do believe. So, Morphling, does he even have an ultimate orb? Well, he has the ultimate orb, so only a recipe away from the Lincoln Sphere. I thought it might be a little bit longer, as in the meantime, Earthshaker goes down to not even a Chronosphere. Just 3 heroes catching him. Of course, once you get any damage on him and prevent the Blink Dagger, not that hard to get the kill. Looking at the graphs again now, it's still about the same lead. 3.2, 3.4k maximum at the moment for MiTH. In net worth XP, slightly above 4k as well. So they are ahead, but it's definitely not insurmountable, especially if Owa should somehow get himself that Aghanim Scepter Static Storm on the Disruptor. They are hunting, scouting for something. More heroes to come. It's Jay as well. They want to go in. Blink, Echo Slam, Thunderclap first. Oh god, that was just a beautiful kill. He blinked in, pops the Chronosphere, will catch 2, almost caught 3. Chain First is there with the Mystic Flare as well. RR, he's gonna go down next. Primal Split was used. It is a 2-for-1 so far, of course. 2 supports for Morphling, not too horrible. Fire Panda, it's gonna go down. MyPro thrown up in the air on the Ember Spirit. Now Boombell, he gets stunned up by the Fisher. Time Walk forward, just as Jay blinks in. So he cannot get back into the fight. Time Walk on cooldown already. So they clean up 3, a 3-for-2, and they might get more. Blink Thunderclap misses MyPro just by a hair. So another great fight for Mineski, to be honest. 2 for 3, but they get the 2 supports. The kill of Morphling as well. Of course, they killed off Morphling before the fight even began. But they did use that Static Storm for him. So there wasn't a Static Storm for the other heroes. Of course, Faceless Void not activating the BKB immediately as he time walked in. He time walked into the edge of Static Storm. So he got silenced. If he had gotten an immediate Chronosphere for like 3 heroes with the Chain Frost to follow, would have been that much better. But top lane, oh, never mind, my bro. It's gonna get glimpsed back. Does he have another Remnant? Yes, he does. So he does get out in the end. Too bad there was the Static Storm for the glimpse to just get him to. But yes, in the last fight, the Chronosphere was used on the 2 supports. But since only one of them got Mystic Flare, the Chain Frost bounces actually didn't bounce for all that long because of just one hero dying there. So it didn't have anybody to bounce to. But looking at he's gonna go for a Maelstrom next. Still has excellent farm for a Faceless Void. Does quite a lot of damage, and with the BKB should feel rather safe, although it's down to 8 seconds now. It is a solid duration, but we're only 21 minutes in, so it's gonna be down to 5 in not too long. Shadow, he gets caught, Searing Change, silenced up, as well as Mystic Flared. I have no idea what he was doing in those trees to begin with, but that was a mistake that you shouldn't be making. But Johnny now has a Necro level 3. Lincoln's finally finished all the kills as well. 21, 22 minutes in, definitely not that strong of a timing. Lasted twice though, Faceless Void and Morphling both. They are leading the charts. Lycan is the 3rd. And in net worth, Brewmaster doing a little bit better than the Lycan, but 6, 2 and 7 is a pretty good KDA for the Brewmaster to have. But Brewmaster, man, he has the Prime Split, he has Vladimir's Offering to carry the bonus armor aura and the lifesteal and extra bonus damage. But how long will it work out for? Although my pro Ember Spirit is going for a BKB. Oh god, he's gonna find a double damage rune together with the Disruptor. But the Kinetic Field Static Storm keeps my pro in place. There's the swap from RR. They want to reinitiate SD. Going for the TP out. No! The Fisher catches both of them. My pro going for the Remnant out. He's safe for now at least. What a Fisher that was, cancelling both TPs. They get the Scarf Mage. They don't lose the Disruptor. That Kinetic Field just barely caught the Ember Spirit. He was so close to getting it, but Ember Spirit having to go for a BKB, it just means that he's not going to be farming up fast at all, man. I wouldn't be like super surprised if Jay just overtook him. He's only about 700 behind as it is. And just if they take a few nice fights, a couple of objectives, like Roshan at the moment, they have used the Howl. Oh, even the Shapeshift comes out. They want to make damn sure. Maybe a little bit earlier, but like Kale's gonna come in. But there's the Fisher. And Chat Totem to follow up as well. They have the Echo Slam. There it comes. No Chain Frost. Beautiful Chronosphere. It's still not gonna be enough because Johnny wasn't caught in it. He does run into it now, but Chronosphere already expires. Lakel's wants to go for Jay, but he already used all of his spells. Now the stuns onto Lakel as well. He might even go down here. Wait for him cooldown. Another 2 seconds. He's out of mana thanks to the Necrobook Magic Wand. He doesn't get to pop it. Now they throw up my pro in the air. Mineski. They are fighting like real men. They are doing it. My pro is gonna go down, stand up. Not a chance to get to the high ground. Jay, he just set up that fight perfectly. There's the Fisher on the SD as well. Yach gonna come in, get the slow with the Drunken Haze. Enchant out, is there. Nope, he gets silenced, but runs out the Mystic Flare. Glimpse onto SD. Doesn't bring him far back at all, but it's gonna be enough to get the kill in the end anyway. Brewmaster gets it with a Thunderclap. And it's a 3-4. Is it? Was it really 3-4-0? I'm pretty sure like a support died on Mineski, but they most likely just respawned. My god. What? Mineski, such a great fight, and I still have to say Jay, he set it up perfectly. First, the Fisher catching the Lich and the Morphling around this area, making sure that there's not going to be a Chronosphere Change Frost combination. Then he blinked in Enchant Totem first. He was so patient with this. Then he popped the Echo Slam. Lich dead immediately. Morphling down to such low HP that for the rest of the fight he was so heavily strengthened into, or morphed into strength, that he couldn't do anything at all. Force Staff now also picked up on Jay. And Lycan, he is getting scarier as we speak. I mean, suddenly they have surpassed the Morphling. Faceless Void, the only one to be number 1, but also since Ember Spirit had to go for a BKB, or well, he's still building for a BKB, he's not gonna be a threat. I mean, just Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains set up for the Mystic Flare is the scariest thing about him at this point, to be honest. With a BKB though, with the Flame Guard, he might be able to do enough damage, but Mineski, they have a pretty hefty amount of physical damage, especially now that Jay has his Enchant Totem maxed out. Hagen himself, they're also finished the Disruptor. 25 minutes in for a support. That is pretty damn strong. Oh god, I think Mineski, they have gotten over the just worst hump. Looking at the graphs as well, it's actually in the favor of Mineski now in net worth, about 1,500, so not by a lot, but it's a lead for them. XP as well, about 1k, pretty much for the first time in this game. MiTH, they were looking for something, and of course they still have that Chain Frost Chronosphere combination, and all in all Chronosphere level 3, only an 90 second cooldown. I guess it got increased, and I haven't really read the patch notes at all. But, oh, it could be beautiful, 3-man Chrono. They do have vision of them. There's the Fissure, the Static Storm as well, no BKB for him, Aghanim Scepter, Static Storm. What an unpleasant surprise for him. Glimpse back onto Oi, they kept vision on Boombell, they're gonna bring him down as well. 2 clean kills coming out. And all more space created for themselves to farm up. Age is reclaimed in another 2 minutes, but that's plenty of time to maybe force at least one tier 1 to top lane. And that's a BKB also finished on Yacht. Yacht is Brewmaster. God damn, Mineski. Of course, MiTH, it's not like they were overtaking the game completely earlier on. But still, they felt so damn strong. Just Ember Spirit not finding the necessary farm. It's 27 minutes in and doesn't even have a BKB, not to mention a Battle Fury, which would allow him to actually continuously farm up as well. As now, Jay, does he want to go on MyPro without the Ember Guard on him and Echo Slam? It might be possible. Enchant Totem first. But Lakelz comes in, well, there's the Echo Slam, will catch both. Fissure to follow, he needs another Enchant Totem, he gets it. It's not gonna be enough, one more right click, nope. He stays alive and they're gonna go for the turnaround. He 4-steps away, might be safe, RR swaps him back. Wanted to get the Magic Missile onto Lakelz, oh god, he dropped so damn low. Magic Wand saved him. Wow, that was a risky call. Fissure will catch Lakelz, just barely though, they need some follow-up, the waveform is there. Yachi's Blink Dagger is cooling off as well, is it gonna be close enough? There's Jay with the Enchant Totem, it connects, Searing Chains, Light the Fist. Oh, the glimpse is there, Thunderclap already used, Static Storm a little bit too late with the Kinetic Field. So they do get out in the end. Nice escape, MyPro wants to go for the counter, he has his BKB finished now. Fissure is there and the Blink out. But he comes in Chronosphere, only onto Earthshaker if he gets it at all. And yes it is, MyPro he even remnants into the Chronosphere. And what? He didn't finish him up immediately. So they get that one counter on the Earthshaker. And Mineski maybe unnecessarily chased so far, although they were so damn close to getting those kills, so very close. I cannot understand that you're like, come on, we have like multiple Blink Daggers, we can catch up, no worries guys. A bit unfortunate, the Static Storm Kinetic Field just not catching the Morphling there. Barely got out the Kinetic Field, and Morphling now has picked up a Ghost Scepter. I mean, it's not horrible against Lycan in general. But E-Blade, but Blink Thunderclap, BKB from the Brewmaster as well. He did get Time Lock, but there's the minus armor and he 4-step forward from SD. Still has the Time Walk, but he gets glimpse back immediately afterwards, or... no, he didn't. Oh, he got the BKB off, never mind. So no glimpse, but BKB used. It's down to 6 seconds now. He's still gonna go down, not enough mana to Time Walk anymore. And that's a kill for Lycan. Shapeshift movement speed 650 is just way too much to outrun. So in the end, it is a 1-for-1 if you go just take into account the Earthshaker death from before. So 27 to 28 now. Lycan is number 1 in net worth. That's a Lycan who had like, what, 4 deaths in the first like 7 minutes, I want to say. Johnny, the comeback is real for their team. They do see Lakel's waveform already used. Does he have a replicate? I don't think he does. There's the Fissure first. Static Storm as well. Enchant Totem. They need, of course, more damage. Strength Morph. Not even activated at the moment. Static Storm making good use of that. And Echo Slam to finish up the kill. They get that Morphling just exactly when he used waveform to farm the creeps. Those timings could not be any better almost. Oh god. So 28 to 24 now. Mineski, they're getting the kills. But can they get enough objectives? They got the tier 2 already on the bottom lane, so that's good. Yule Scepter picked up on Earthshaker. Can even just set it up for a Static Storm, for example. Use the Yule Scepter. Lay down the Kinetic Field Static Storm for when he comes down. And just go for the kills afterwards. Bottom lane. Oh, they see Lich. The Wolves are starting to bite at Lich. Didn't block him in completely, but his own creeps help block him. And there's gonna go Johnny. Not gonna get Searing Chains by MyPro. He's even gonna chase MyPro as well. MyPro should be able to escape with ease. But oh, Blink Thunderclap. Never mind. He had a Remnant. He's safe. RR coming in as well with a gem. But that's just yet another kill as Earthshaker solo kills a Lich. Or not a Lich, a Skyrift Mage rather. So they're gaining all kinds of momentum. Earthshaker now has surprised the Ember Spirit, creeping up on the Morphling and Faceless Void. Well, he has a Hyperstone now, probably going to be a Mjolnir. Might be an AC as well, I guess. But speaking of ACs, Brewmaster most likely going for one. Has the Hyperstone. And in the meantime, Chony, BKB 10-second one finish, plus another 3,000 gold. Basher might be next. Just into the Abyssal Blade. And looking at the graphs now, about a 6,000 net worth lead for Mineski. That's the highest lead anybody has had so far in this game. XP about 5 as well, slightly past 5, so that's also higher than MiTH used to have. Make it 7.5 now as it updates for both graphs. I guess more 7 than 7.5, but still a solid lead. Roshan respawns just now as well. They have 1 point into minus armor, so it's not the scariest, but it should be fast enough with the Lycan being there. Necrobook level 3, not even necessary for it, I think. But there is a 4-man smoke from Mineski. MiTH, they just need to hold strong. High ground push will still be extremely difficult for Mineski just because it's up against the Chronosphere, Chain Frost, Sleight of Fist. No cleave though, of course on the Sleight of Fist, but they're gonna run into Boombell. No, Lich, go back! Thunderstrike is there, Kinetic Field just in case. Disruptor gets the kill even. I don't think they're gonna get any more, or like else. If he stays around, they might even get the kill. Eul Scepter into Static Storm, for example. There's the link has popped. Eul Scepter is there. Static Storm will follow. Kinetic Field is where Thunderclap keeps him in there. Just barely though. But it's enough to get the kill. So another 2 kills. Lakels goes down once again. He's been sitting on the same network for such a long time already. Haste Rune spotted out by Chony. Gonna go for Roshan. Please do not activate Necrobook. You don't need it for Roshan. If you have the minus armor, Lincoln's popped on Roshan now as well. Come on. RR come in. Provide the minus armor, guys. I guess they don't even need it, but just could have sped up the process a little bit. And now, oh, Ember Spirit. Is he gonna come in with the steal? No, he's not. He just got the vision, but that was about it. So that's an Aegis now on Lycan with a BKB 4k gold on top of that. And since AC is gonna be picked up by the Brewmaster, he can just go for straight off damage. Faceless Void, farming up the enemy jungle in the meantime. He's going for a Crystallis after the Mjolnir is finished. So wants to build up straight off damage as well. At the moment, not that scary. I mean, it should be enough to kill off the supports, of course. But although, having said that, even the supports have 1.3k HP minimum. 2.1k on Disruptor as well. I think a Blink, maybe a Force Staff, either one of those is going to come out. Blink. Yeah, it's the Blink now in Disruptor. God damn, they are looking good. 8k. Blink, Echo Slam with the Force Staff helping out MyPro. He's gonna go down to Jay. Gets the solo kill. Perfect just stuff. Blink wouldn't have gotten him close enough, but the Force Staff sure as hell did. My god, Mineski. They weathered the storm of the early game, although MiTH, if they had equal farm on all of their cores, I would still favor MiTH just because Ember Spirit is so damn scary with a Faceless Void, especially since Mineski wouldn't be able to push high ground most of the time. But Mineski having a Disruptor as well. They're getting the pickups. There's the Static Storm. Maybe it's not coming out. Chronosphere in return. It's not going to be enough to bring down Earthshaker, or is it? The waveform is there as well. So Kelsey gets the kill. Going to go for Ova next. Static Storm finally came out, but it's too late. Doesn't catch anybody. They're going to throw up Faceless Void in the air. So in the end, Mineski taking kind of a horrible fight. Just getting caught by Hehe. They get another Eul Scepter on the Morphling, but the Static Storm is on cooldown already. Glimpse used as well at the same time. Kinetic Field. Ova, what are you doing? The Brewmaster left you, and he just went to Fed. But they were creating space for Chony to push the bottom lane. I guess that's why he went back in. It's still not a favorable trade though, because Glyph was used. Didn't even bring down the tower to half HP just because Ice Armor level 2 was on the tower as well. So that was a pretty poor fight for Mineski. I have to say. Morphling suddenly gets a little bit of gold, so does the Faceless Void. Heart is finished on Chony, so he's extremely tanky on the Lycan now. But he doesn't have a blast for himself, so if he's not close to the Brewmaster, it's not that strong. And suddenly Morphling has that shotgun finished, can go for the supports. And I guess it wasn't that bad for like the numbers, but MiTH still getting some confidence from that fight most likely. Mineski, maybe they went a little bit too deep anyway. This area is just perfect for getting Chronosphered. And not only that, the other heroes from Mineski that are on this side of the Chronosphere, they cannot help out with anything at all, just because if they run forward, they're gonna be chroned as well. Brewmaster got a blink past and a thunderclap onto 2, which still wasn't enough. But saying that, Yaj, he's pretty damn close to that Assault Cuirass now. So if he gets another Armor Aura, and if they actually go as 5, I still think they should be fine. Although if they wait for too long, they're just giving time for MiTH to farm up. I guess Ember Spirit hasn't been able to utilize the time perfectly. But has a Claymore at the very least now. Faces Void, Crystal is finished. Another 1.9k in the bank. So gonna have a Daedalus not before too long, unless he starts dying and goes on a just massive feeding frenzy. So Graph down to 5,000 net worth lead. XP about the same, down to 5k. So about halving both the gold, the net worth, as well as the XP lead. But Johnny, 3.4k HP, that is a ridiculous amount. I mean, Mystic Flare doesn't even take away your third of your life now. I mean, it does 1000 damage, but it's going to be mitigated by 250 of it, just 25%. Magic Resistance plus maybe a full BKB as well. AC finished. Lycan, he knows he cannot go for a MyPro kill solo. But look at the Sleight of Fist. Without the cleave being there from the Battle Fury, it doesn't really hurt the creep wave all that much. It's just not strong enough of a spell without that cleave, to be honest. I mean, it's decent-ish for the heroes, but the cleave is what makes an Ember Spirit. Jay also hanging around bottom lane, going for a BKB of his own. Only about 240 gold away from it. And once they get that, I think they're gonna have 3 BKBs on their side. Yes, 3 BKBs, so all the cores will have the BKBs by that time. Whereas for MiTH, there's only 1 BKB. I guess they don't need a hell of a lot more. Especially now that the Static Storm has Aghanims as well. Although if you have the BKB on before, Static Storm will still do nothing to you. But look at this, the tier 3 goes down already. Johnny still has the Aegis. Even pops the Shapeshift for this. I'm not too sure if I approve. He's gonna come in, pop the Chrono Johnny. He gets E-bladed up. There's RR. He's gonna go down to the Mystic Flare, but he got the swap back from before. There's the Static Storm. Will catch 2 Lakels. Can't do anything at all. Echo Slam for he as well. He still caught MyPro. Will chase down Jay at least, but they're losing the Rax. Johnny didn't care about the fight. Yes, 3 heroes down for the side of Mineski, but they get the Rax. They get the Morphling to buy back. Lich goes down as well. Johnny already has used the double lives on him, and he's just gonna go down. Primal Split is there. They even get He before the death of Johnny, so it's even better of a trade. And Brewmaster should be thinking about running away now. Can he get the blink? No. Is he gonna stay and fight? Thunderclap is there. Not gonna connect on MyPro. If it had, might have gone for the kill. He's still pretty damn tanky, but there's the silence. E-bladed up. He goes down. So Mineski, all of them lose their lives for Rax. But they get at least 3 kills in return, plus Lakels had to buy back. So he didn't gain too much from this particular fight. Just because the buyback goal 38 minutes in is quite something, and that's a Diffusal Blade picked up on Lycan, and wow. Wow, I guess like Ancient Seal, although you shouldn't be afraid of an Ancient Seal too much, especially if you have a BKB. Does he want to diffuse himself of an E-Blade so that he can actually right click at the time? I get rid of Ice Armor on the target you are chasing down, maybe? Something like that. And in the mid lane, they get SD. Mystic Flare used onto RR, who swaps him back. SD pops the Ghost Scepter and he's gonna survive. So the 2 supports will not be enough for now, but Earthshaker finishes up his BKB. Looking at the graphs, it's... well, XP actually was pretty huge from that last fight. Fisher will miss Lakel, so Lakel's gonna make it out for sure. But XP now back in MiTH's favor, or... well, let's just call it even, I guess, at the moment. Net worth still about 5k. But Mineski, do they wait for another Roshan and then go? And actually I think in the last fight, Aegis just expired. It wasn't even used on Johnny probably. But Johnny at the top lane. Can he survive as MiTH? Skank Train is coming. 2 more heroes, He and Boombell. He even has a Demon Edge now, so with a Chronosphere should be so damn easy to kill Johnny, even though he is so tanky. There's the Chronosphere. Do they have enough? They are waiting for it a little bit longer. They need the Searing Chains to follow up. Frost Blast is there. The time locks continue. So they get the kill on Lycan. 80 seconds of breathing time for them. Roshan might be up by the time, might not be up. MiTH, of course, if they give away another Roshan to Mineski, it's gonna be rather easy for Mineski to just death ball against the Rax, I think. Just because Cheese and Aegis, it's gonna be 2 extra lives. But Ember Spirit, my pro, he has his first Battle Fury, so the counter pushing comes a little bit easier. Or a lot easier, plus the farm will come. But mid lane, they're gonna find Yaj, who pops a BKB, gonna run away from Morphling. Or Morphling rather, gonna run away from them. Bottom lane, oh, the Static Storm, they catch the Ember Spirit. They need a little bit more Echo Slam is there, and Disruptor gets the kill with the Thunderstrike and the Static Storm damage over time. Fisher was on the wrong side in the end. It didn't matter as they got the kill anyway. Of course, without the Fisher being there, they might not have had to use the Echo Slam. But it's not that bad of a trade-off. So, teams keep on farming. 2.1k on Yaj, JJ on the Brewmaster. Bimbo doesn't have anything else picked up after that BKB of his, which is still a 10-second charge. Oh yeah, he just picked it up as he respawned. Never mind. Daedalus finished the Faceless Void though, so he's starting to hurt as well with his right clicks. Plus he's hitting pretty damn fast. Even more so with the Mask of Mana activated. There is a 3-man smoke. I mean, those 3 heroes are really all you need to get kills, just because Chronosphere plus Mystic Flare and just the right clicks. I mean, if the right clicks mostly brought down the Lycan, they can bring down anybody. Are they gonna find Choni again? But there's 4 heroes from Mineski as well. The smoke, the Invis is there for he. Thank God he got an Invis rune. Smoke otherwise would have just broken. And he scouts everybody out. Blink from Owa. The swap back. The Chronosphere is there at BKB as well. They're gonna get the Owa first Disruptor. He's gonna be the first casualty. Yaj on the other side. Can they go for something? Time walk away. Jay, he's on the high ground. Blink Thunderclap will catch Boombell. Going for the TP out. 4 step forward. Used up as well. Haste Rune picked up on Boomas. Just in case Chain Frost is there. Not spread up now. Now, Jay. Could have used the Haste Rune immediately to spread up. Doesn't matter. But there's the E-Blade. Jay drops so damn low. Might even have to go for the Primal Split. Never mind. Since he was E-Bladed up, it meant that he won't get right click at the same time. So they do survive. Lakel, he's down without the buyback. 100 seconds. Mineski. Can they capitalize on this? Can they get another set of racks? Get anything done? Roshan is also up if they knew it. Jay with the haste rune wants to keep on going for he wants to force out something at least. Thunderclap, Primal Split is gonna be there before the concussive shot, but he just time walks away. Storm Panda still keeps on going. Fisher gonna miss as well because the 4-step kept the Faceless Void safe. So Primal Split is just on cooldown, but Choni with the Necrobook activated, going for that tier 2 top lane, gonna be an easy just victory for him. PvE Lycan, easiest Lycan at least when he's this farmed. Diffusal Blade still hasn't used a single charge, of course hasn't really been in the fights after he picked it up. But Jay has the Echo Slam, has the BKB, with the Enchant Totem activated, he's so ready to go in, smack somebody once, use another Enchant Totem, smack somebody twice. Of course you probably have to start with a Fisher or Echo Slam just to make sure they're stunned early on. He just keeps on applying the Enchant Totem. He has plenty of mana to do so, and that's another tier 2 down. Mineski probably not gonna risk high ground, or are they? Lakel's still down for 30 seconds. I mean, Lakel's with the shotgun is actually a huge source of the damage for MiTH, and he's going for a BKB now as well by the looks of it. But Mineski, they are grouping up on the top side. Too bad they don't have Primal Split, otherwise it would be a little bit easier for them. But they do have the Shapeshift. Lycan hitting for 300 plus when the Vladimir's offering is around him. Sleight of Fist does come out. Ice Armor helping the tower, of course, but the Shapeshift activated. Blinking aggressively from JJ. Nobody else, though, follows up. So, of course, he doesn't die, so all is fine. Lakel, he's going to respawn, and I think Mineski, having used the Shapeshift, just go back off, maybe get Roshan and try again. But, of course, MiTH, in the meantime, they are farming up on their cores. Although it's not a crazy amount, it's farm nonetheless. And they always have the Chronosphere to rely on. They can always come back. JJ, in the meantime, picks up a Basher, gonna go for the Abyssal Blade of his own. Lakel's, unfortunately, still no BKB, about 900 to 1000 gold away from it. Roshan, they haven't gone for it quite yet. Choni TP's into the bottom tier 1. They know Roshan is up, I do believe. And an illusion of the Vengeful Spirit being sent out to scout, actually 2 of them. They see a replicate of Scarf Mage, maybe they think it's the real one. Not too sure if it matters that much. Minus Armor comes out as well. Choni gonna run out to the Roche Pit just to be on the safe side. But yeah, they're gonna find out it was a replicate, so they're gonna go back in. Necrobook was used as well, so another about 90 and 80 seconds without it. 80, yeah. But that's a cheese as well. RR picks that up on the Vengeful Spirit, so he's gonna swap somebody out. Probably gonna take a lot of damage himself while doing so. And then just pop the cheese. Or never mind, the cheese was passed over to Owa's Disruptor instead. But RR, he has 2 gems. Come on, just send 1 back. You don't need 2 gems. And actually, both have been purchased by Jay's Earthshaker. Or not both, but one of them. Blink Dagger also picked up on range, so he can stay so far back that Chronosphere will not touch him, or at least it shouldn't, and then blink in and swap somebody out who is in danger. Looking at the graphs once again, it's come back to about a 9k, slightly less, but almost 9,000 net worth lead. XP 2k in Mineski's favor, so XP is just negligible. Even the net worth isn't that big of a deal. I mean, 46 minutes into the game, but this 1 Rex advantage, although Ember Spirit is good, especially if now a Crystallis as well. Or maybe I'd have to say finally a Crystallis as well. But 9 second BKB, so he's not doing bad. Johnny though, although he's dropping a little bit low, being exactly an extra creep wave for all the cleave damage of my pro. Just backs off for a little while. Heart of the Rack, 79.7 health per second. Ice Armor, of course, if they keep it on the towers, it's gonna help out a great deal as well. Boombell has it maxed out, plus 9 armor, slowing down the attack speed. Another Sleight of Fist, Necrobook activated, the Wolves are there as well though. Johnny, he's gonna drive himself, pops the Howl. That's gonna be a tier 3, I think. They're trying to bring down Johnny, but he's gonna back off now. Just leave the units to do their job, and that's tier 3 down. They don't even have to go now. They can easily just back off. Heart of the Rask will kick in. He pops the shapeshift, and yeah, they're gonna back off, push up the top lane properly. This time around, they just made it so that they pushed in mid lane, backdoor protection went off because of it. Then they got a tier 3 from the top lane. But they actually need to push the lane in now as well to be able to go for racks. So, MiTH, they still have a couple of minutes to farm up, but of course they cannot leave the base properly to farm, because every single time they've left the base, at least just to farm, not to gank, they have paid the price, but they're smoking up. Smoke breaks already. Mineski, they know this is coming. Will we see a huge Static Storm right about now? It could have been perfect. Jay, he has the invincible. Static Storm is there. Only catches. Oh, the Replicate. Chronosphere will catch too. Oh, wouldn't do anything in this fight. They will kill off the Replicate at least. But RR goes down as well. So it's a 2-4-1 so far. He's on the run. My pro had to use the BKB as well. Primal Split used. Can they get He? Echo Slam is there. Buying some time. E-Blade onto Jay, but the BKB is there. The Fisher comes out as well. They need a little bit more. He time walks over the Fisher. He's safe for now. My pro gonna get thrown up in the air. Mineski, not the greatest of fights, but there's the enchant on him. Will catch too. He's gonna go on the run though now. Sleight of Fist does barely touch him. And Johnny is still pushing out. Couldn't run straight in and go for racks. Backdoor protection was off though from the mid lane. So maybe it could have gotten it. Although Shapeshift is still there for half a duration. He comes in, BKB activated from Johnny. Just gonna go for the range racks. He's gonna leave his minions to do the rest of the work because he had to run away. BKB is there now. The ultimate ends. No TP on him. He has the Aegis though. Jay, he's around. Fisher is there. Only catches 1. Chain Frost 4 step forward. He will scepter it up into the air, but he's waiting for him. Nope. The blink away. Jay, he's gonna survive. Maybe my pro. He's gonna go after though. Sleight of Fist, Searing Change. They do connect. They're gonna get the kill, or are they, Jay? He's durable, but not durable enough. My pro gets the kill. In the meantime, Lakel might get chased down. No, he's not. Buyback into the game by the Earthshaker as well. There's the Mystic Flare. BKB and Brewmaster is gonna come back in. He's there with the physical damage. Jay, no Primal Split. Oh, he comes in with his own boost of travels, but no Static Storm for another second. He has it now, but can he even put it to use? Johnny, he's dropping low, still has the Aegis, but for how long? Well, I guess long enough, another minute or so. He's gonna lose the Aegis, but I think they want to turn around. They need to get Static Storm on a couple of heroes, but there's the Chronosphere waiting for Johnny. Nice swap from the Vengeful Spirit. He saves Johnny for now. Shapeshift, it's off cooldown. He pops it now as well. Use the Diffusal. There's Jay coming in with his own BKB. Gonna get the stun out of Lakel's once, but there's the time loss from he's doing so much damage. He gets the kill as it faces Void. Now Johnny, he's on the run. They don't have a Chronosphere. 4 step forward. He might be able to catch up as Johnny's ultimate will end soon enough. My pro, he goes down to Owa in the meantime. And another time walk. Kinetic Field is there. Time walk away. Does get the slow onto Johnny. Actually, he needs those bashes as well. The Diffusal is there, but he gets glimpsed back now. So I think Johnny still is gonna be safe. Lakel slowly coming in. So in the end, this fight. Oh no, fight recap. Come back. Fight recap. No. Mineski. They only get range racks. They lose the Aegis. They lose, I think, all of their heroes. Did anybody buy back here as well? Yes, the Earthshaker bought back and died once again. So it was a dieback. So it means that MiTH, if they take another fight like that, Earthshaker not even going to be able to come back into the fight. Although he didn't do that much as he came back anyway. But Lakel's as a BKB now. Finally, 1.6k in the bank on top of that. I guess something like a Butterfly wouldn't be bad. But well, now Monkey King bot finished the Lycan. So I guess even if you go for Butterfly, not gonna matter too much. Radiance Courier does get sniped in the meantime by Oa. 700 worth on it. Just a bottle and a TP scroll. So not too horrible. Aghanim Scepter almost finished on SD, so just wants to be able to blow up somebody completely in that Chronosphere. Net worth Lycan still number 1. Faces white though. Pretty damn scary. Has himself that Demon Edge, so I think Monkey King Bar just to make sure that Brewmaster doesn't dodge you. That's Aghanim Scepter finished on the Skyriff Mage. How much gold does somebody have? 3.6. Faces white does have the most. Everybody else, of course, most likely wants to save for buyback as well. But Johnny wants to keep on pushing. He's hurting for almost 400 damage per right click. And that's not even shapeshift for just crits as well. Mineski, they really need a better static storm, but they just haven't been able to set it up. And of course they don't have any great AoE lockdown to set it up. Especially if MiTH, if they have their BKBs active before, they're gonna be fine. But looking at the BKB durations, 5 seconds on the Faceless Void. Lakel's of course 10 because he just acquired it. MyPro down to 7, so not horrible. Supports, they don't even have BKBs. Whereas on the other side, Che, it's down to 8 seconds on the Earthshaker, so pretty solid still. 5 seconds on the Brewmaster Lycan, down to 8. So they still have actually plenty of duration left for maybe to even be able to just face dive the racks kind of. But looking at the net worth, all in all, Brewmaster has quite a lot of it. Has enough gold for an Abyssal Blade as well, if he wants to forego having enough for buyback. And he's hurting for exactly 310 damage at the moment as well. So he's definitely no slouch. Plus he has the built-in crit with the Drunken Brawler. 200% damage. Not quite the Daedalus, which should be 240. Yes, 240% critical damage. But Mineski, they are smoked up. They want to go for MyPro potentially, who's just trying to clear out the creepers with his Light of Fist, with his Crystallis. No Daedalus quite yet, but hurting for a reasonable amount. Top lane, of course, pushed in by Lycan at the same time. So they might want to just go for a huge distraction on the bottom lane and have Lycan just go for melee Rex on the top. But the Glyph is available for the Radiant, so it's a little bit harder to kills. Comes in to farm up the lane as well. Mineski, they're gonna have to create so much space on this bottom lane if they want this to work. And Roshan is going to respawn, so Mineski, they might even wait for that. If only they had somebody to scout out Rosh. 15 seconds away. But MiTH, they're doing nicely. Only 5k net worth lead for Mineski at this point in time. 53 minutes in, that's nothing. XP about 3000 in MiTH's favor. That's also completely negligible and doesn't really make a hell of a difference. I mean, almost everybody has their level 3 ultimate. Vengeful Spirit, it's nice to get the extra range. But with the Blink Dagger on you as well, you can probably do without. You still want to have it, but even if you don't, it's like not that big of a deal. And Roshan, it has started. They're gonna go for the Wave of Terror is there from the Vengeful Spirit. And that's Roshan is gonna go down so damn fast. No Necrobook necessary once again. 1 cheese already on the ground. That's Aegis on to Chase Earthshaker instead. 2 cheeses on Owa's Disruptor. Johnny, he's too farmed for Aegis or Cheese. Too damn farmed. Although Cheese would have been, I think, just a strong item. Aegis, it's not bad either. And I guess you might not be able to use the Cheese when you're in the Chronosphere, especially up against double level 3 ultimate. Although, funny enough, Skyriff, he can only pop out 2 of those, and he's gonna be more or less completely out of mana. So this Aghanim Scepter, it's gonna be nice, but 2 is your maximum, and then you can't spam Arcane Bolt, so you're not gonna be able to sustain the fight. I mean, it gives you some tank as well, but yeah, they're going for top. Wolves are coming, as are the Necrobooks. Johnny with the Shapeshift. Glyph comes out immediately, so they're gonna back off for now, or are they, Johnny? Thinks about it, but the Shapeshift down to half the duration. He's gonna go for the kills. Kills the Necro Warrior in the meantime. There's the Blink Primal Split. He's just buying time, Johnny. He's gonna go for Rax now. Gonna believe in his body Storm Spirit. They're pro faces point in there. That's Rax down, Johnny. BKB is there. No TP once again. Do just buy boots of traps. You have so much gold. There's the Chrono. Catches to Owa. Pops the 1 cheese. Static Storm is there. Not catching anybody, Johnny. He's gonna go down to the double Mystic Flare. I guess it was enough. Never mind. It was only a single Mystic Flare, so they still have one. Or have enough mana for it. There's the Mystic Flare, Jay. He's gonna go down. The Aegis is popped. Johnny, of course, has buyback, but now Yaj, JJ, on the Brewmaster is on the run as well. Lakels tries to chase him down. The BKB makes him pretty tanky, but not tanky enough. The swap back as he got E-Blade. Oh god, that was so damn close. Lakel's almost managed to get the kill, but not quite. He needed the Adaptive Strike, but he got the Replicate Adaptive Strike anyway. That's 3 heroes down. They are 2 racks behind, but MiTH, they're holding on. As long as they're not going up against super mega creeps, they are just gonna be fine. So Mineski, they lose 4 heroes, they lose the Aegis, they lose at least 1 cheese as well. Cheese has a 40-second cooldown, so Disruptor wasn't able to pop it the second time. Static Storm, once again, did absolutely nothing. So MiTH, they win the fight. Can they get counter-racking? Can they force at least a few buybacks, if not get the racks entirely? They should be able to do so, I think. 3.9k on Lakel's, or 3.2 rather. He sitting on 3.1 as well. Still has himself the Demon Edge, but they will have a Butterfly finish on Lakel's, and that means no buyback, but with the Butterfly might not even be at the point where he needs it. Monkey Kimbo on Faceless Void as well, gonna be an excellent addition just to deal with the Brewmaster, and they feel an awful lot like just wanting to GG straight away, because otherwise they are just losing the small buildings in their base, and well, the buildings are there as a distraction. Jay, he blinks in, gets out. Oh, the Chronosphere completely whiffs. 4-step was used before, and suddenly MiTH, they cannot fight anymore. They need the Chronosphere. They're going to get the glimpse back onto Boombell. Not a big deal. Chain Frost comes out. Not gonna get the counter kills either. And he might not even die here. Jay wants to keep on chasing. RR comes in as well. No level 3 swap. I guess at the moment the swap might have been enough. Lakel's, he's gonna come in. BKB's there from Jay though. The right clicks might still be enough. Swapped back. Lakel's just replicates away. Shapeshift use. BKB use on Jay. Necrobook as well. Don't think they're gonna reach the base in time with these. So I think the third set of racks is gonna be safe for now. Although Chronosphere is still on cooldown for another 50 seconds. Mineski, do they want to force the issue with BKBs? Do they really? Like wasn't he maxed out before? Oh yeah, he sold his boots power trades. Yet he did not pick up Boots of Travels. What's up with that? Does he have just some items lying on the ground somewhere? I guess he might. Basher is finished down now though on the Lycan, so Abyssal Blade coming out at some point in time. Brewmaster also has enough, but he wants to save for buyback. And speaking of buybacks, the Faceless Void is the only one to have it on MiTH. Of course, that's because Butterfly was finished for the Morphling, and now he has, look at his agility, 246. This E-Blade is gonna do just a ridiculous amount of damage. Or at least the E-Blade combination, or the E-Blade itself already as well, to be honest. Now, Ova trying to farm up the enemy jungle with that Thunder Strike of his. Gonna be semi-successful. Well, he's gonna farm them up. Not the fastest, but getting something, like anything at all. Like an Brewmaster, the only ones to still have buyback on Mineski's side. Earthshaker, the only one with it on cooldown, so it's not that bad. Abyssal Blade on Brewmaster, he doesn't care about buyback. Who needs buyback anyway? Abyssal Blade might be just what they need to provide enough lockdown for Johnny to just finish up racks at the same time. Glyph is still on cooldown as well. They need to strike before the Glyph comes out. That's gonna make things a hell of a lot easier. They even had the double damage, but couldn't quite get it. Now Boots of Travels in from Oa. Disruptor is a baller. The graph, net worth, is slightly in MiTH's favor now. XP by about 7,500. But they are 2 racks behind, so that's what's crippling them the most. Oh, Blink Echo Slam onto my pro. They get the kill. That's no buyback. Oh god, he just got decimated. The physical damage from the enchant of them was way too much. I didn't even think that was happening. No! Oh, MiTH! All of them disconnect at... What? I don't think they were disconnected as Ember Spirit died though, so I guess that's fine. But thank god for Valve implementing the feature that once there's a disconnect, there's an immediate pause coming out. So MiTH, I guess their internet cafe or wherever they're playing from, they just lost their internet, or I don't know, their electricity, something like that. I'm just hoping that they're going to reconnect anytime soon, because we are 59 rather minutes in already. And well, it might go a couple extra minutes at the very least, depending on how this fight goes. But Ember Spirit down without the buyback is a huge blow for MiTH. Just makes things that much harder for them to defend, especially since they are still up against 1 cheese. Yes, it's on the Earthshaker, so they have 1 cheese to work with. And I have no clue when they're coming back because, well, all of the members are disconnected. But this Echo Slam was just so huge. Entire creep wave around as well. The later it is in the game, the more creeps are spawning pretty much. Lich's face though looks really weird. Lich man, what's up with your face? Goddamn zoom! I want to go a little bit closer. Okay. I'm gonna go with like this. Maybe I can cheat it if I zoom in on Skyref. Yes! Oh, that's perfect! Perfect levels of zoom. I can't use the Lich himself, but... Okay, so his face is as it always has been. It just has a mask, as a nose and a mouth. Okay, so go has been given. Exit showcase mode. Is he gonna jump in with a huge chronosphere? He's probably thinking about it, but he's backing off now as they had a little bit time to think about it. Johnny, Shapeshift was also activated for this. Can they just go and in from the side and go for the triple Rex? Not yet, Shapeshift. It's not going to be available for them, although they don't exactly need it for the fight. Or for Johnny to go for Rex. It helps out a little bit, sure. But it's not just crucial, like entirely necessary. Blink? What? Just blink Primal Split? He's gonna try to buy some time. Can't go into the Lincolns of Morphling. Fisher comes out as he's there. Static Storm though. Oh, they're gonna get the kill on Fish's Void. He's gonna have to buy back immediately. Johnny's BKB is also on cooldown. They're gonna get the tier 3. Maybe not the entire Rex because they're backing off. Although melee Rex dropping down so low just to the creeps, the archers, the minions. Yaj escapes. He's gonna go in. Oh, 3-man Chronosphere. Oh, he's stuck in the trees. There's the chain first of all. Swap back from RRJ. He's safe for now. Still has the cheese. He's gonna get stunned up. He's gonna go down. 124 seconds. Johnny might lose his life. 2 luck kills. But he has buyback. He might even use it with Boots of Travels. Or never mind, doesn't have Boots of Travels. But melee Rex going down. Yule's up on the Morphling as well. They're buying some time. There's the enchant out. They want to go for the kills. Fisher's wall, but the BKB keeps him alive. They get Yaj. Just go for the range Rex, guys. Just get range Rex. Would have been that much easier, but the creeps, they're in the base already. Tier 4 are down. Ancient is taking damage. Although it's not super sized mega creeps, it might still be enough. Lakels gets another kill onto RR, but the range Rex, the siege creeps. Oh no, the siege creeps. Lakels, do not chase for kills when you're losing your base. This probably is GGJ. He still wants to keep on going, at least delay Lakels from getting back to base from defending the Ancient. Jay, blink on cooldown, still has a Yule Scepter as well. Don't think Lakels will get this kill. But super sized mega creeps, Faceless Boy down for 70 seconds. Well, they can hold on for a little bit with my pro, I guess, but I don't think there's any defending this anymore. Brewmaster even kills off Lakels somewhere. With Jay, I guess. OJ? Oi, not OJ. Oi. Boombell wanted to go for Jay. There's the buyback from a kill. They blow up a hero. And that is Lich. Actually got him blown up. BKB was there. Primal Split once again. There's the Fisher from Jay. Does he really want to come blink in? My pro, he's around as well. So yeah, Jay, he's gonna stay at the back lines. The Earth Panda tries to run away. Or try. Does he? They're just buying time. And look at this Owa. He's in the enemy base. That's GG called Ancient. Dropping down to the creeps. BKB Owa doesn't care at all. Mask of Madness picked up, and that is GG Mineski. They actually take the win. We've got off to a decent enough start. Unable to make it into a complete snowball though. And just one good fight, Mineski. I think it was at the Roche Pit. They were able to just kind of stabilize, even get things in their favor a little bit. And by the end, they got the kill. Just Lycan pushing is so damn hard to deal with. So guys, thank you so much for tuning and watching us. Hope you enjoyed the game as well as the casting. And if you did, be sure to follow HeflaTV on our Facebook as well as Twitter. It's HeflaTV for both. Just to know when we're going live, with what games, on what channels and whatnot. We have lots of content to come in the future as well. So definitely worth a follow. If you want to follow me personally though, it's @Coucher on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. You can find me as well if you search for Coucher probably. But it's CoucherCast on Facebook otherwise. But this is only game number 1 in a 2-game series, so I'm gonna head into game number 2's lobby and see you for game 2.